Range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is there a reason she's crying?
She's just upset.
All right, what are you upset about?
Just situation. I didn't expect this.
What's upsetting you about the situation?
There's a lot of things that I should have done and I didn't do when she first arrived at our home.
Court is going to sentence you.
All right, everyone. Today we're covering a courtroom case that has deeply shaken many people. The hearing centers around a woman facing charges connected to serious harm done to her own child. The situation is painful, emotional, and very hard to hear. Cases like this leave people searching for answers because it's difficult to understand how something so tragic could ever happen. While emotions run high in a courtroom, it's important to look at the facts and the legal process carefully. Many viewers have strong opinions about what they see, especially when emotions are visible from the defendant. As this story unfolds, feel free to share your thoughts respectfully as we go through what led to this heartbreaking situation. Let's step back and take a closer look at how this case began and what brought everyone to this courtroom today.
All right, state.
Your Honor, as you know, this case involves the death of a child.
All right, everyone, please whisper.
A pretty horrific death of a child. And at this time, they are allegations, but due to the serious nature, we feel that $200,000 is appropriate. But that if the court is willing to lower them, then obviously full conditions. But for something involving something like this, I feel like anything lower than 150 even would be just way too low. It also is a little concerning that no one's willing to help her, because then how is she going to be supported in the community? That's just concerning to the state, Your Honor.
Well, just to clear it up, it's not no one. It's just people that, unfortunately, the people that are willing to help are just unable to do so financially. Sorry.
All right, the court is going to deny the motion, and the court has had no evidence on what amount of bond that she is able to make. So at this time, the court will deny the motion. And counsel, if there's an issue, is your client in protective custody?
Yes, Your Honor, now.
All right, if there's an issue at the jail with her safety, just let the court know. But my understanding, she is in protective custody. Beyond that, that's all I can do. And counsel, I've always found them to be receptive if there's an issue with danger. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
That was the final moment we saw before the trial moved forward, but the story does not stop there. Several months later, the court reached the sentencing phase for the charges involving serious harm to the child. This type of case brings strong reactions because it involves someone who could not protect themselves. The justice system is designed to make sure that serious wrongdoing is met with serious consequences. Many people believe that when a life is taken, especially one so young, the punishment should reflect the gravity of the situation. Now, let's take a look at what the court decided and how the judge approached this difficult ruling.
The court is calling 2022 CR 11873, State of Texas versus Yvonne Monica Perez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson.
Defense.
Matthew Allen.
Are you Miss Perez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Did you understand you're charged with assault intentionally, knowingly of serious bodily injury by omission with a child? Did you understand that's the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Ms. Perez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her rights to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 18 years in the prison and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have to pause here for a moment because the emotions in the courtroom are intense. The defendant appears very emotional while the judge discusses possible prison time, and that has caught everyone's attention. Some believe these tears reflect fear of the future, while others question whether true responsibility is being shown. It is always hard to tell what someone is feeling during such a serious moment. The prosecution has requested a sentence of 18 years, which has sparked debate among those following the case. Many are asking whether that length truly matches the severity of what happened. Let's continue watching to see if the judge agrees or if a different outcome is on the way.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State Office State's Exhibit 1.
No objections.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. Is there a reason she's crying?
She's just upset.
All right, what are you upset about?
Just situation. I didn't expect this.
What's upsetting you about the situation?
Try to do something kind and just,
It's just I don't know if the court has noticed, every time she's come in, she's been very,
Crying.
very emotional, Your Honor.
I apologize, Your Honor.
No? All right, I'm just asking questions. All right, if we can go off the record. All right, State, are you asking to amend the stipulations?
Yes, Your Honor.
No objections.
All right, and then the court will review State's exhibits 1 and attachments with the amended stipulations. All right, after reviewing State's exhibits 1 and attachments, court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone want to say why should follow this plea bargain agreement?
I can speak briefly on that, Your Honor. I think the stipulations, so the way that she came about, Ms. Pettis came about to have the child was kind of strange to begin with. She, in my opinion, I think, saw these two children that were on the streets. Her and her partner tried to help take them in. And then obviously there was an incident that Ms. Pettis describes a week prior to this where, again, she should have taken the girl in for medical treatment immediately. And then obviously she fell from the stairs.
Let's backtrack a little bit, because it says in the stipulations that there were two people outside of the store. She says she's being a good Samaritan, so she takes them both back to her apartment, and then she tells one of them, I can no longer keep you here. You need to leave. But I'll keep the complainant.
Yes, her and her partner. So her partner ended up, I believe, keeping the younger boy, and she kept the younger girl at the apartment. And then,
And is this younger boy currently alive?
Yes,
Yeah.
Your Honor.
yes,
And where is he?
As CPS has removed him, he's with other family.
Okay.
the incident described that is the leads to this tragedy. Obviously, Yvonne describes it as she's playing. Obviously, the kid shouldn't be playing on the stairs. We know that. She hits her head and the back. She seems like she's okay as far as checking on her. She's eating, watching
So why
TV.
would she pinching her as a sign of as punishment? Because that's what it says in the steps, that she would pinch her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
It wasn't like I'm pitching her, just kind of like a grab, like just
It says it
to
left
prompt her.
bruises.
I'm sorry.
It said it left bruises.
There are still many unanswered questions in this case, which is why so many people find it confusing. The events that led up to this tragedy involve two children in a situation that never should have ended this way. Now in court, the defendant presents herself in a very emotional state, but the focus remains on what actually happened. What matters most is the truth and the impact on the innocent life that was lost. The judge must look beyond appearances and focus on evidence, responsibility, and justice. No matter how someone behaves in court, the facts remain what guide the decision. Let's return to the courtroom and see how the judge responds to all of this.
I didn't realize it was gonna leave a bruise. I didn't intentionally do it to like leave that bruise. The little girl, when my daughter was, when
And so I think she's describing as, yes, she again is admitting to that. It doesn't matter whether you think it's going to leave a bruise or not leave a bruise. I think we would agree. And then as far as her actions, she seemed like she was okay. And then the next morning, obviously she's not, and then drops her off at the hospital. And then obviously does another bad thing, just leaves her and then leaves. She does come back. She does sit down with the police. She does talk to them, tell them everything that's going on and what happened. Obviously, at that point, it's too late. But I can speak to Ms. Perez from the day I've been with her for 20 months or so, from the day I've met her until today. Every time I talk to her, she's upset. And it's not because so much of her situation, it's because of what happened. And she knows that she did wrong. She knows she wishes she could go back in time and change all of that. And she says that every time I talk to her. And so,
like maybe if somebody is offering you a child, maybe calling the police.
yes, going that far back. It's not one mistake. It's things that happen over and over. And again,
So was the child healthy when she received the child?
Was
the child healthy when you received the child?
the first one is Joel.
No, I'm talking about the child that is deceased. Was that child healthy when you received the child?
Healthy in a sense. I mean, she was
Healthy in the sense
skinny.
that
She was skinny.
Did she have all her hair?
Did she have all her what? Her hair?
On her head.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, only like patches, like not patches, but like her hair was thin. Her hair wasn't thick. It was thin. Her hair was thin. And she came when I picked her up when Cassandra told me to go, and when we went to go pick her up, she had like a dirty little outfit. I bought her clothes. There's a lot of things that I should have done and I didn't do when she first arrived at our home. I should have taken her to get a welfare check. I should have done, and I didn't. I just
and like Your Honor said, I mean, the initial thing would be to contact authorities to go through the proper channels. I think CPS was contacted prior to this and made contact with Ms. Pettis, so they were aware of the situation. But again,
aware of what situation?
That the girl was staying with Ms. Pettis. But
before or after the child was taken to the hospital?
Before, I believe.
So Child Protective Services was aware that somebody off the street gave her a child, and she picked up the phone and called Child Protective Services and said,
No, Ms. Pettis didn't. They contacted her. So again, I agree with the court. She should have done a lot of different things.
Well, I mean, I'm just unpacking things a little bit.
So the mother has extensive history with CPS and had different children taken away. So I think CPS was checking into the whereabouts of Ronnie and Joel.
All right.
It was that. Yeah.
So that's how CPS found out that the child was in her care.
Yes.
And CPS did nothing.
Another troubling part of this case involves the child protection system. If warnings were missed, that raises serious concerns about how such cases are monitored and handled. While the main responsibility rests with the person charged, other systems are meant to step in when danger signs appear. If those systems fail, it can allow terrible situations to grow unnoticed. This is why many people believe more than one area should be reviewed in this case. When a tragedy happens, it is important to understand how every safeguard worked or didn't. Let's move back to the courtroom to hear what the final decision will be.
I mean, CPS workers many CPS workers are overworked and underpaid, but I'm wondering why would a CPS worker, and this is just a side note, why a CPS worker would leave a child with somebody that a mother just gave to that's a complete stranger. I guess that's something else that needs to be addressed.
Yes, and like I said, the circumstance behind it are, to put it, I guess, strange, and that's one of the things that I found strange as well, to, I guess, put it nicely. But
so why am I falling in this plea?
Your Honor, at this point, the state, after much back and forth, we recommended this plea due to what is actually being charged, and what we can prove. It becomes a question of whether or not we can prove that she did not seek adequate medical attention in terms of she has training as an LVN and attempted to keep an eye on the child at home, and it becomes whether or not we would be able to prove that she failed to do so due to how it is charged, Your Honor. And so at this point, we do feel 18 years for what she's charged with is appropriate.
All right. And does she have a license as an LVN? I'm assuming
She did in the past.
She did in the past, and then I needed to renew it.
It's
'cause I went-
expired, is that
yes.
right?
And
Yes.
then I started going to school to EC. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It's expired.
This is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors. There's to be,
Judge, did you say 8 or 18?
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
Did I say 18?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
It's okay. Matt and I are just
Yes, all right. 18, yeah. All right, 18 years in the prison, credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors, and there's to be no employment in the future with minors or vulnerable persons. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Not sentencing, we do have victim impact, Your Honor. One.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing, whether you had your LVN license or not, I saw where you took your dog to the groomers. When a child is sick, you take a child to the doctor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know why. Sometimes people have more love for their animals than they have for little children.
For a moment, it seemed like the judge might announce a shorter sentence, which caused a lot of tension. Ultimately, the court confirmed an 18-year prison term based on the evidence that was proven. Some feel that this sentence does not fully reflect the seriousness of the case, while others point out that courts must rely on what can be legally established. The prosecutor also mentioned that not everything could be fully proven, which adds another layer to this complex situation. There are also ongoing questions about whether warning signs were ignored by agencies meant to protect children. If so, those issues deserve serious review to prevent future tragedies. This case leaves many people with mixed emotions and difficult questions. Was the sentence fair, or should it have been longer? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. Thank you for watching today's Courtroom Breakdown. If you found this coverage helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more clear and detailed reports. We appreciate your support, and we'll see you in the next story.